So we're just going to go right through this. It's going to take about 18 minutes. It'll go by very quickly. And it's just having fun together. So I'll make some pointers about some of the different movements as we continue. But of course, this one being the number one most important, the baby bounce. It helps to break up sticky blood cells, helps increase oxygen blood flow to the brain. It helps relieve stress and tension. Of course, it's pumping with the calf muscle. You're lifting the heels up and down. It helps reduce edema, swelling, varicose veins, increase the circulation back up to the heart. There's so many benefits. This is a wake-up call. Thyroid, adrenals, endocrine system, they're all doing this. This is the best way to wake up in the morning. And it's challenging our balance mechanism as well. Okay, now it's the hip rock side to side. As I'm rocking side to side. If you take your shoulders and drop them down just a little bit, you pump the lymph system even more. You're opening up the vertebral joints in the back more. And that helps increase flexibility. So we're working the thighs, the hips, both sides of the knees, very gentle, but it's a good beginning. Okay, now we're graduating. We're loosening up the lower back. We're targeting the smooth muscles, the liver, kidney, spleen, gallbladder, pancreas, adrenals. Loosening up the lower back. The hips. This is the second most important activity I believe that we can do on the Cellerciser. The first just being the baby bounce, the health bounce. Okay, now we're going to lean to the right. We have our elbow up, we're leaning to the right, we're opening up the vertebral joints in the back. And the moment you feel the stretch, stop, hold the position, and gently bounce. We're going to allow the movement itself to massage away the tension and increase the flexibility in the back, because when you reach a certain point and then you bounce up and down, it automatically is going to start to loosen up the muscles like this. And we do the same thing on the other side. Feel free to ask, well, you're on the Cellerciser, you can't ask questions, that's all right. And if you lift the elbow up, kind of lift it up high as you're stretching, you can actually feel a little bit more of that stretch. Back the other way again. But we're going to take the right foot and cross it in front of the left foot. So now we're working on the lower back. And we can create routines where we can do several of these movements over and over. And you should feel that right there in that lower back area. And if you don't, congratulations. You have no tension there. That's rare but good. And then we're going to do the same thing the other side. And often you'll notice one side has more tension than the other. Try to catch up to them. And again, kind of create that lift and up and over. Okay, now we're going to do the whippy. For those who are not comfortable doing that, just do this. But this is the whippy ski patrol. And lifting our shoulders up and down and bouncing side to side works the hips, thighs, knees, and increases even more flexibility. Just holding the bar so far doesn't matter. Okay, cranial. We put our fingers around the cranial area in our head, and we want to find little pressure points where we have some tension. And as we gently push and do circular motions on that tension of those areas, we start to increase circulation and reduce the tension that's in the cranial area of our head. And let the fingers do the walking, right? So as we're loosening up the tension in the head and we're gently moving up and down at the same time, we're helping to reduce the tension that occurs in those areas. And it may be a little painful initially. When you hit those pressure points, work on them, but be gentle. Okay, now we're going to work the neck. So we're doing little circular motions around the vertebral joints of the neck, kind of pushing in and up. And you can actually work underneath, right at that atlas where the skull connects. You can work pushing into those areas as well. But we want to loosen up those muscles and increase that circulation. Now, every time we move up and down, we're moving fluid up and down through the tissue. So now we're going to do a gentle head roll. And those are the time there. And on this one, I only did it one direction, so we need to probably add the other head roll the other direction too, but I'm going to go the other way now. Okay, now we're going to turn to the right and gently bounce up and down. And you want to just kind of look over your shoulder, and now we're going to turn to the left and look over our shoulder. And as we get the stretch, and then we do the movement up and down, it's more than just a stretch. Again, it's a stretch with a pumping action. And we may feel this a little bit, don't overdo it, because you don't have a lot of space between the neck and the vertebral joints. You'll feel it the next morning, more than likely. And that's when we really, it's often a good idea to do it again, so that gently, so we can reduce the inflammation. Yeah. And we're going to put together more routines, but I want to encourage you to go in and take a look at the movements and put together routines also. And then let us know what routine you like. Eventually, up now. I open my mouth on this one. We're looking up so we don't overstretch the neck or skin. And now we're going to look down. Up again. After a period of time doing this regularly, everything just becomes much more flexible. We're going to do the roll again. We're going to go the other way. Okay, now hold the shoulders or the elbows straight out in front of you. We're going to work on the shoulders. So the elbows are straight out in front, over our head, and reach. If you can, just kind of reach. Might hear a little creaking in there. That's okay. Out to the side. And again, stretch out to the side as much as you comfortably can. And it's like cleaning up a bedroom. So if you're challenging areas of the body you haven't challenged for a long time, you may feel it a little bit more the next day. It's okay, we work through that. And some of us may feel it in the scapular area of the back, which is common too. And just feel those shoulders, feel the muscles, how they're flexing. It's amazing. And you can always clone a routine, and then you can change it up. Say, hey, I like this part, this move. I want to do a different move here. Or I want to add another move. Or I want to do this one more. Okay, so this one wraps under. You wrap under the elbow and gently pull the shoulder in front of your chin while we're gently bouncing up and down. And we do the same thing the other way. And again, you can control the amount of time. You can do this for a longer period of time. You have complete control over this app. If you want to do it for 20 seconds, you can do it for 20 seconds. You want to do a bunch more of these, you can do a bunch more of these. So, and then you can save your routine for yourself. A lot more exciting things we want to be able to do with this. And many of you probably feel the stretch there. Okay, now we're going to grab either your elbows, if you can, or just your forearms or wrist, so that we're going to stretch the whole front part of the shoulder. And then we reverse and grab the other way. So if you can see that, that's going to help stretch the shoulders in the front too. Thank you for that. And again, we're giving you kind of a feeding for this, but you can do it for longer periods of time too. And we're going to change the we're going to change the position of this guy, so you'll be able to see when he changes his position as well. Okay. We're giving those shoulders some stretching and some movement there. And again, some of you may really feel this tomorrow. That means you've challenged your body and it will start to adapt. All right, up and down. I kind of like to rock side to side on this one. And then just stretch that up there. Fast. You have the ability to slow down these movements on the app also. Okay, swirls in the front. To the side and kind of reach out. Over the top again. And I'm sure many of you feel that. I feel that. And it's good. And building up strength as well as flexibility in the whole shoulder area. And many of you may not be that flexible yet, so go easy. And you can let me know how you feel in the morning, because you'll probably feel some. But then that's when we get on it and do some of the little movements again to help reduce that inflammation, increase that circulation. Okay, this is more advanced, so you can do this if you want, just like this. You can do it that way. They're both going to do the same thing. You do this for a while. But again, we're working the hip area, back, shoulders. Don't elbow yourself. Okay, rookie ski patrol. We're almost done. And like I said, when you're done with this, if you want to, if you have the app, you can just pick another routine. The neat thing about Cellercise, you can change it up. Or the Mr. Rebounder app, you can do one routine on Monday, a different one Tuesday, another one Wednesday, or you can alternate between different routines depending on what your goal and objective are. Right. Okay, twist. We're really working to loosen. If you want to, you can lift your arms up a little higher too. And that works the upper back. And one thing I was going to do, and I forgot, was to have you try to touch your toes before you get on this Cellerciser to do the routine, and then touch your toes afterwards, just to show you how much more flexible you are. Okay, we're cooling down. This is a great routine, really, if you're under a lot of stress or tension, to get rid of the stress and tension while you're pumping the immune system. All right. And just to cool down. So again, thank you for being part of the Cellercise family. Please share this program routine with family and friends.